We'll see this transparency tool. Okay, for transparency tool, what I need to do is I'll draw an object first. So this is an object. Now I'll fill this with some color. So this is color what I've filled. Now I'll go to this tool, transparency tool, and simply drag my mouse by clicking the left mouse button. Drag it from any of the corner. See, it has given a transparency effect. Transparency means it gives a transparent effect to any of the object corner. Suppose if I'll bring this, I'll remove the transparency effect first. So to remove the transparency effect, you just need to click on this clear transparency. So from anywhere you drag the mouse and wherever you end, so from wherever you end, there it creates a transparency. Okay, from there it creates a transparency. And as you move your this small black color box, it moves the transparency. It keeps on moving the transparency effect. The same you can do this to the white box here. That positioning also you can change, and you can change the transparency effect positioning. Okay, so this is how you can change the transparency. Transparency is basically it gives an effect to an object wherein it removes all the color of an object. It makes the color or the outline, it disappears the color or the outline of an object. From wherever you drag your mouse and wherever you end your dragging, from there it creates the transparency. That is called transparency effect. See, if I drag it, it shows the transparency effect. Okay, now either you can drag, see, as you drag your black box, it change the transparency positioning. If you drag your white box, it shifts your transparency position again from that particular movement. Or if you drag your middle box, it increases or decreases the transparency effect. This is how it works by dragging the mouse. The other option is here you can see, this is edit transparency effect. Okay, as soon as you click the edit transparency effect, it opens up fountain transparency. From here you can click this. See, at present this is a linear. Radial means this is the circle type of transparency effect. If you click OK, see, there is a transparency effect in the middle. Okay, so here if you click on conical, click OK, it creates a 3D kind of effect here to this object. If I go and click on square, it gives a square type of transparency effect. Okay, this is the square type of transparency effect. This is transparency and it is given a square type of transparency effect. Again in transparency, click of the object. So in edit, you can either way, you can change the transparency effect from here or you can do it from here. So first we'll understand these few things. This is horizontal. If we increase the size, see, it moves to horizontal. We click OK, it moves. It will move the transparency effect to horizontal. And this is vertical, it moves to vertical. If I click OK, the transparency effect has come down here. And again, if I go to transparency effect, I'll bring it to center. That is, I'll put 0 here, figure. And if I want to change the angle, see, it is changing the angle. So if I click OK, see, it has changed the angle of the transparency. Again, steps is see, if I click on steps, see, steps is basically it creates steps, like from transparency effect to the original object by steps actually. So since I have brought these steps to 2, it has created only 2 transparent effect. So this is the first and this is the second. Okay, this is the first transparency, this is the second, that is the original object. So as I keep on increasing this tool, these steps, see, it creates a steps for transparency. See, these are the steps. So we need to keep it maximum to give original transparency effect. If you click on lock, so it gives the maximum transparency effect, that is 256. If I unlock this, you can change the steps here. If I lock this, by default it gives the maximum transparency effects. Click OK. See, now it has given a transparency effect. Okay, now next is edge. This is the edge point, transparency edge. If I increase the figure, See, it removes, there is a small dot here, you see, that's the edge as it has created. And if I increase the edges, keep it 0, it gives the transparency effect. And here in the color you can change the color of transparency. So suppose if I change this particular white from white to if I change this from black to white, what it does is goes the opposite way. The transparency effect is on the outside of the box, and the original color or the original object remains in the center. Okay, that is, it reverses the effect. So but the original is from white we start to black, that is, white is the transparency effect and the black is the original. Okay, white is the original object color or effect, whatever you can say, and white to black is the transparency effect. Okay, midpoint you can change it from here to, that's the midpoint, that means this is the midpoint and you can change it from here. So midpoint should always be 50. Okay, this is how you can change the transparency effect on an object. Okay, I click OK. Now the same thing you can do it from here also. This is a square, this is none, means it removes all the transparency effect, and if you want a uniform transparency, means it gives a transparency effect to the entire object. Okay.